Hey guys, it's Sean here, your favorite discomfort zone coach, and I'm back here with another video today. Today I wanted to specifically talk about how your comfort zone is destroying your life and what some things are that you can do to help get out of the rut that you may be in. So I wanted to start off this video by saying a few key points here that you may already know, but they're very powerful points that you can take and use as motivation in your path. So the first thing I want to mention here is that stagnation equals death. If you're not growing, then you are truly dying. If we take a look at life at its essence, all living things, animals, if you go outside, everything is in motion. The wheel of time is in motion. And the only constant in this physical existence, life, is change. So when we look at death at its core is cold, it's stagnant, it's not moving. It really plays out that way in our lives if we don't continue moving. We often see that when people get really old and they stop moving, that's typically when their health starts to decline. It's very important that we're moving all of our muscles, using our brains on a daily basis to continue growing and living at our best potential here. So the next thing I want to say is that most people, in my own opinion, are living mediocre lives and are just getting by, living average lives. And frankly, some people are okay with that, but chances are if you're watching this video, you're not okay with that, and you may be feeling frustrated because maybe you're worried, you're still young, you're worried that your life is going to turn out like that. And I'm here to tell you that it does not have to be this way. If you go to any public location, like a mall, a shopping center, and you people watch, something that I commonly like to do, you'll notice that a lot of people have this blank stare on their face, and almost as if it's almost as if they're zombies or drones that are on autopilot, just going through the motions in life. And it's sad to say that is a truth. If you look around, it's something that is undeniable. And my own opinion is that these are people who had hopes and dreams once when they were young, and perhaps some certain life events caused that to not happen. And now they're just going through the motions in life. They've gotten older, didn't take action on the goals, perhaps because they were too scared. And they've built layers and layers of fear. And they don't even remember what the whole root cause of is, why they're feeling anxiety in the first place. So in essence, they're buried. And while they're not hopeless, if you're someone that knows the root cause of your stagnation, then I can tell you you're ahead of the pack in terms of actually being able to accomplish change and not get stuck into a rut. So while it's good to not let the anxiety weigh you down, I want you to realize that that's a real possibility for a lot of people, and it can truly happen to anyone. Anyone can get stuck in a rut and live these lives of quiet desperation, but it certainly does not have to be you. And if you're conscious of all of this, then you are ahead of the curve. So if you know what is holding yourself back, then that is really the first step in changing. Truly knowing what that root cause is going to be the difference between success and failure in this case. Because let's take a quick example here. Let's talk about something probably very relatable. Somebody who's working a job that they hate so they can buy things to impress people that they don't even like, as that saying goes. So if we talk to this person, and if I were coaching this person, I can simply ask them, so what is it that you don't like about your job? They can tell me, oh, it's the same thing every day. I haven't gotten a promotion in 4 years. Whatever the reason is, we need to get to the core of what it is that they don't like about the job so that we can better understand what it is that they actually do like. So that would be the follow-up question. What is it that you like about this job? Well, if the answer is nothing and you're just sitting in your own sorrow and complaining about your job, but you're not doing anything to change it, then frankly, I don't have sympathy for you, and I'm sure many of my viewers don't have sympathy for you either, because you're not doing anything to change it. So truly, the first step would be to identify what that fear is inside of you that is keeping you from leaving this job. For many people, when it comes to their work, that could be the comfort, the financial security of having consistent income. Perhaps they're living paycheck to paycheck and they need this job to keep the lights on. While that is a valid concern, there's still things that they can do to change that. Rather than saying that they're trapped, you're not truly trapped, in my opinion, unless you're under some sort of contract that you can't break or you're locked up in prison. You always have a way out, and if you want something bad enough, you're gonna find a way to make it happen. I don't care what it is. So going back to this job example, if financial security and stability is that main concern, well, here are the things that you can do. You can create a budget and better understand what exactly the minimum is that you can live on, keep the lights on, be disciplined in that process, and better understand how much money you actually need to get by. Then it's time to take a step back and meditate on what it is that you actually want to do. For many people, some people were really born to be entrepreneurs. Other people were born to be intrapreneurs, internal leaders, working for somebody else, and that is perfectly fine. But knowing what it is that you're good at is typically the best step in terms of making a change like this. So identifying what you've been good at in the past is a start. Then you could pinpoint jobs that can match that description. Now, if you're going after the entrepreneurial path, you need to identify what your business is going to look like. What value do you have to offer to the outside world? And I promise you, each and every one of you has something that you can offer and charge money for. We all have our own skill set, whether that's somebody becoming a video game streamer and literally just playing video games. They're a good people person. They can make people laugh. They're making money. They're following their purpose, their dreams. That's perfectly fine. It's going to look different for everyone. So going back to this example, we can tell this person, so you're scared of stability, yet you're spending more than you have, causing yourself to feel stuck. We need to change that behavior to get rid of that fear. And once that fear is gone and you've identified where you can go from here, well, that's really the next step in changing. You can start applying to those other jobs that may resonate with you more, that are more in line with your strengths, or you can start taking the first steps of action on your business, whether that's doing stuff every single weekend, building out a website, putting your name out there over all different platforms like YouTube, social media, etc. If you want something bad enough, you will find a way to make it happen. So really, if you're stuck within your comfort zone, I want you to think of those people I was talking about earlier, which is people who are just on autopilot and are literally walking through life as zombies. Now, when you're doing the same routine every single day, it's possible for anybody to become a zombie. If you take the same route to work every single day, that's going to become comfortable. And you'll notice that sometimes when you're driving to work, it's like you blink and you're there, because your body and your mind are literally on autopilot from doing the same thing every day. How do we fix this? Well, we change your routine. That is truly the first step here. We change your routine, and rather than making it the same thing every day, we need to think of a structured, disciplined routine. And with something like your work, sure, it's okay to do the same thing. You're probably going to the work at the same time every day, but why don't you try taking a different route to work one day and see what that does for you? While at first it may seem like, what's the point? That's uncomfortable. Well, that's something that you're breaking the cycle of mediocrity. While it may seem very little, it's baby steps here. You're taking the first step of action towards changing your situation. And then we escalate it little by little, taking bigger and bigger steps. If you're wanting to lose weight, we talk about dieting. We get you on a structured diet regimen as well as a fitness regimen. And you continue to push yourself and push yourself as long as you're continuing to progress in the gym scenario. If you're running for longer, if you're lifting heavier, and you're actually noticing results, well, that's where you get to the point where you build up so much momentum where you truly become unstoppable. So I think that's where I'm going to end this video. I appreciate you tuning in today. If this is something that you enjoyed hearing about, please like the video, share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I want to make sure that you hit that bell because I'm going to be coming out with new videos every single week, and you certainly do not want to miss some of the content that I have coming. In the next few videos, eventually, I'm going to release a series on actual practical things that you can do in a daily routine to accustom yourself to the adversity and challenges of life better. So keep an eye out for that. Until next time, stay uncomfortable.